name is MJ Vochas, and welcome to part 3 of the creation process of this month's entry for hashtag the Underland Chronicles Art Challenge, or TUC Art Challenge. And yeah, for this part, we're gonna be doing some fills. We're gonna be adding color to our artwork, and yeah, we're gonna be using Blender 2.93. As you can see right here, using Blender 2.93. And in the previous part, we did the line, the inking. I actually redid the Whirlpool lines here, but we're not gonna be adding some lines for the Whirlpool anyway. So that's probably most definitely going to be, deleted or something. But yeah, we're just gonna be using that as a reference on how our Whirlpool will be like swirling there. But yeah, as said, we are going to add color. So the first one I'm going to be working on for this one, the fills, is Gregor. So I'm always going to start with Gregor for everything. So I'm going to go Gregor here. I'm going to get rid of the rope, because that's just a temporary rope there. And I actually don't need to get rid of the others in the viewport. That's not going to affect the fills. But yeah, we're going to add fills on Gregor, and when doing some fills, I always want to do it in the front view because I want things to line up properly. Or maybe it's fine to do it in the camera view. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it in camera view. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on this. What I'm gonna do first though is append like the color of the skin of Gregor from the previous comic cinematic that I did, just so it's consistent throughout. So I'm just gonna go append. I'm gonna go to the previous artwork, which is the shiners. I'm gonna select the Blender project here. I'm gonna go to material, and let's see, skin. This is Gregor's skin, the color of his shirt right here. And yeah, if you want to know how I did this materials, you can check out, if you're on YouTube right now, you can there's a video on the shiners, and just go to the fills and you'll know how I set this up. I'm also gonna get the boat woods because it's going to be the same, and the fins right here. What else? Shiner lower body, shadow, hair, Gregor's hair. I'm also gonna get that just so everything is nice. I'm gonna also get the water. So I've appended everything. I'm gonna add a material here. I'm just gonna grab a skin, and that's gonna be the material for Gregor's skin, and then Gregor's shirt, Gregor's hair right here, and I will have to add another material for the pants, which I didn't add on the previous artwork because we can only see like half of his body. We don't need the pants. So for the pants, I'm gonna create a new material, and that's pretty much how I also set up all the other materials here. So I'm gonna check fill, and I'm just gonna pick a color that's brownish, like somewhere right there. I can always change that later. So I'm gonna name this pants. So yeah, there we go. And now we can do some fills. So for the fill, I'm gonna first fill the skin. So I make sure that Gregor is selected here. I'm gonna control tab and set this to draw mode, and I'm gonna change to fill. And now we can start adding fills, adding color to our artwork here. Let's see. Just want to check if the recording is great. It is. Stream is going well, I think. I can just keep on going. Let me just fix the wire here so that it's not obstructing my access to the tablet. So yeah, let's do this. Gonna fill some skin. We're kind of getting some viewers there. If you want to ask some questions on any of you who are watching, just don't hesitate to comment, and I will try to answer any questions that you might have. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing some fills. Oops. hidden layer. Oops, one other thing that I actually need to do before doing that is I'm gonna lock each of these layers that we have here, and I gotta add a new layer. I'm gonna put it down here. I'm gonna make this Gregor fill. So for this particular artwork, I'm fine with just putting all of the fills in one layer. Sometimes I separate the fills for each of the like parts of a character. Like there's a separate layer for the skin, there's a separate layer for the clothes and stuff. But for now, for this artwork, for this comic cinematic, we're just gonna do we're just gonna put it on one, like on one layer right here. So I'm just gonna go and I'm pressing Alt and then drawing like this. This serves as like it closes the gap so that when I fill, there's no spill. Because if I do this and I try to fill, well, even if there's a gap, Blender's I think smart enough to not do that. One thing that I can probably do to avoid like this spaces here is setting the leak size to 0. Maybe I can do that. Apparently not. If I set the leak size to 10, I think a higher value in that like reduces those spaces. Yeah. Then again, would you want to like add some, if you want to like take care of this like spaces here, like those parts that are not filled up, I can just press shift and then draw over this very easily. So I've got we're still in fill, so we're good. I'm just gonna cover up the spaces that we have there and right there, and we are good to go there. So I'm just gonna Control S that 1,000 times every time we make changes. That just kind of becomes a thing. But yeah, one thing that I want to note is that if like this line is on the same grease pencil object, if I fill this line would prevent this part to be being filled. But since they're separate grease pencil objects, it's fine to have this line right here. I don't have to hide it or anything. Yeah, now I have to fill the hand here. I think the Blender 2.93 fill is great because it like warns you if you can't like fill, because this is an unclosed area, you can't fill here. But it also adds this like gaps here, like there's more gap to your fill now for this update. I'm not sure why that happens. Maybe it's the new update on the grease pencil. But yeah, let me just shift and draw over all of this fills. Or I can just, you know, do that, but as you can see, that doesn't want to happen right there. So I'm just gonna to really cover up all of the parts of the skin here. I'm just gonna do something like that. Now we have the arm filled up here. Next is the other arm. I mean, I think the more zoomed you are, the cleaner the fill is. That's what I've observed. So I really have to like zoom in right here. I can even just Control space to really make this panel like be, you know, bigger. So I'm just gonna fill. So just clicking there, drawing over parts that are not included in the fill, and I think we're good with the skin. You can just go back to previous there, or you know, Control space to go to our previous panels, and then I can lock the skin. We're done with the skin. Now I'm gonna fill. Oh wait. As I said, I'm gonna using just one layer for all the fills. So forget about that. Let's just use the same layer but change the material. So I'm gonna go select the hair and just click on the hair here. Control Z that. I'm gonna try to really zoom in here so I can really reduce the spaces. But yeah, there'd still be spaces that will need to be drawn over here. There you go. That one. And then just really closing all the fills that are not filled up. So just that. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit off topic. I'm actually planning to like add like an avatar of myself for the Facebook streams. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with that, but we'll see. We'll see. The future is always uncertain, and we don't know if we ever. But yeah, once I've built that PC and it's working and I'm already on it, I might make some changes on the streams. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be streaming on Facebook that much, because I'm not sure if some of my followers can access it stuff here. Like Scary Flyer, Mbuddy can't go here because he doesn't have Facebook. Yeah, there's gonna be like a schedule for like stuff soon. I'm gonna be streaming some games as well, if you guys are interested about that. If you're new to Doodle Nose Productions, by the way, just head over to my YouTube channel, I guess. Like search Doodle Nose Productions on YouTube. Like if you just, you know, search Doodle Nose Productions everywhere, it should take you to my content, and my content should tell you what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm doing a bunch of films and animations, some really short, both 2D and 3D animations, but mostly 3D animations. And I'm sharing the process of how I make them through my second channel, which is the Doodle Boat. But yeah, if you're interested, just go visit Doodle Nose Productions everywhere on the internet, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill the shirt here. I'm gonna try control spacing here. Do we have a gap? I don't think we have a gap anywhere, so I'm just gonna go fill that. There's a spill here for some reason. We have a spill happening here. I can just fix that by drawing over. I'm gonna draw over the parts that are not filled up here. So yeah, the new update in the grease pencil is great. It's just that, you know, this tends to happen more. This parts where it's not properly filling up. It's probably because I'm in camera view too, but not really sure about that. I mean, I did also try it in the front view, but the same results. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going here, fill those parts that aren't filled. I'm gonna change the skin. I'm gonna change the skin and then just fill over the spilled areas here. I'm gonna go back to shirt. And we're done right there. I could probably use the shirt material for the bandage as well, like this bandage right here. Just gonna use the shirt material for this one. Probably just add like a blood or something there, like a shade of like bleeding. So yeah, let's make sure that we're still in Gregor fill. We are. There, we filled up Gregor, most of Gregor here, and we're just gonna keep going. Filled up the shirt right there. And then fill here. And the rope. The rope might be a bit of a challenge. We'll see. We'll see how we're gonna do that. But yeah, the rope is not exactly a normal rope, I think, because they don't really have plants in the Underland, and in creating ropes, you do need some plants, some vines, I think. But yeah, I think the rope is made the same way their clothes are made, which is using a special spider silk that they kind of trade with the spinners or the giant spiders in the Underland. So yeah, they make trades with the giant spiders giant spiders make their clothes and other stuff. And I'm gonna and for this artwork, I'm just gonna assume that the rope is also made by a spider. It's one of the products of their trades with the giant spiders. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna also make a new material for that, but later. We're gonna first focus on the rest of Gregor here. Coloring the pants. Make sure we're still in the right layer. I'm gonna control space right there, and I'm just gonna drop and see. Yeah, that looks nice. And I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna really zoom in here. Yeah, that won't do. That won't register. I'm gonna try this. Same thing. Still need to like draw over some parts here. So I'm just gonna go and slowly make sure to not go over. Like go like this. We don't want that. So we need to make our hands steady here as we make sure that there are no like gaps or parts that are not included in the fill. So just doing that, this, like that. I think that's great right there. I'm gonna keep on adding some fills. There you go, and we are done. I also need to make another material for the boots. So I'm just gonna go first, add a new material. Name this, maybe I'm gonna name this rope. Let's make the material for the rope first. I'm gonna uncheck stroke, uncheck fill, and make this. I'm not sure what. I'm gonna make the rope brownish, I guess, or maybe like this, maybe because this is not a normal rope. I've decided that this is not rope normal, like how ropes normally look. It is a web rope. That's what I've decided. Because as I said, the humans in the Underland make trades with the spiders, and the spiders are like making their clothes, they're making their garments, and I wouldn't be surprised if also the ropes is included there. So I'm gonna go for like a web-like color, which more I think would go right here, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go blue because the water would be blue and the rope may blend in with the water. So I guess this color right here. And this is gonna be different because the style of this would be textured, and we are going to grab a texture from Texture Haven. And I think I'm gonna go with a fabric. Let's see what the book pattern looks like. I might actually just grab this book pattern right here. Maybe get the color, the book pattern, and you're not really gonna see how that looks unless I like apply it. So let's do that. Let's apply that fill that we just made, the texture fill. So I'm gonna go just drop it on the rope right there, and as you can see, the rope has texture, and I'm gonna be doing that for other elements here soon. But for now, let's just keep it to the rope. I'm zooming in here, and yeah, I think for the rope, instead of doing like a 3D rope, I might just actually go for like a grease pencil rope, but we'll see how things go, because I don't want to like settle on like a one method of doing things in creating artwork. Always got to be flexible with, you know, some adjustments later on. So we have a rope right there. Looks nice. Kind of looks like a vine too, which could also be the thing, but I think a web would be like stronger than a vine, especially if it's made by a giant spider, which would be really heavy, and the web would have to be really strong to hold it. So yeah, I'm gonna go make a new material for the boots. Same process, but this won't have texture. I just have to decide what color it's going to be. I'm gonna go with gray for now, but that might change later. I can always like quickly change how the color will be because we're using material. And yeah, that's one of the things that I really like about grease pencil. It's like working on a 3D object. Well, it is kind of like an object in 3D space. Yeah, it's no different from like working on a 3D object or a 3D model. But there's still kind of there's definitely still some differences on how like the layout of the materials look. But you know, if you're an experienced Blender user, it's easy to adjust. And as I said, I can easily change the color of this into whatever I want. Let's not go for green for now. So I'm just gonna go add some fills here. Oop. Let's see. One of the best thing about the new grease pencil update is that if you fill here and then parts are not visible in the viewport, it would still go all the way. On previous versions, that won't happen. It would, if you fill here, it would cut right around here and it won't fill the rest of the way. But now, you know, it fills the rest of the object as long as there's no open gaps on the lines. So yeah, just doing that. I'm gonna go to pants, and just there's a spot that I actually missed right there. And now we're done with Gregor. I might actually just go. Let's see. This is the rope, but I've like deformed it like this, so adding a fill to this rope right now is not gonna. It's not gonna look great. I can try, but it would be difficult. It needs to be flat on one axis first. So I'm just gonna unview the rope for now, or hide the rope for now. And I'm gonna go and fill twitch tip here. So for the twitch tip materials, I'm just gonna go ahead and also append some materials that I've made for her on previous artworks. Should be the scent sear right here, and here's twitch tip. And I'm just gonna get the material here and get eyes. I'm gonna get twitch tip's fur and twitch tip's skin right here. And I'm just gonna append that. I'm gonna add that on twitch tip object. I'm gonna go object mode. Let's see. I've selected twitch tip object. We're fine. I'm gonna go just add the eyes here, the fur, twitch tip fur, and skin. Skin. I'm gonna add fills for twitch tip. So twitch tip's not really that close compared to Gregor, so we're going to have to do some stuff here. So we have line twitch tip here. I'm gonna lock the layer. I'm gonna put that down, the new layer, and I'm gonna name it fill twitch tip. And I'm probably also going to add another layer here, and this is gonna be water twitch tip. This is the water like around twitch tip, but we're gonna lock that for now. We're not gonna. That's gonna be for later. So now we can go and well, first thing I want to do actually is I'm gonna even out the thickness of the lines. So I'm just gonna tab to edit mode here. I'm gonna select these lines that are like thicker than the others. Control S, and I'm gonna Alt S to make that thinner. Make things nice and even. There's probably a way to do this right here. Stroke, probably. Let's see. Simplify. No. There's definitely a way. I'm gonna drag W. It's not smooth. Or maybe it's smooth. Yeah, it's smooth. So, I'm just gonna go select everything, W, smooth, and that should blend. That should like even out the thickness of the lines. But there's still, I think that looks great already. I still find that the lines here are thicker though. So maybe we can fix that by just selecting points, Alt, Control L, and then Alt S. And I think I'm gonna just go with that. So I can lock the line again, unlock the fill, make sure we select it here before we start adding the fills. So I'm gonna select Twitch Tip Fur because that's the first color that I'm gonna be adding. Twitch Tips Fur. And I'm gonna close some gaps here. So I'm just gonna close the gaps here by pressing Alt. And this only works when you select the fill tool, by the way. And this black line won't be visible in the render, as you can see. This is the rendered preview. And yeah, this is not visible on the render, so we're good. Here, I'm just gonna close these gaps so that when we fill, it won't like say that unable to fill unclosed areas, because you know there are parts, there are gaps, so it won't fill that. So I'm just gonna fill the parts that will be above the water, but I'm still gonna be like filling like a water on top of this anyway. So I'm just gonna close some gaps here, make sure that there's no open gaps. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's great right there. I'm just gonna close the mouth area right here and right here. Just close every opening that we see, and I'm pretty sure we're still gonna be missing some. I think it'd be fine. So just closing some areas. Alt. Be pressing Alt. The result may still not look that great, but we're gonna go with whatever we get, with some edits later. So just closing gaps, just so when I fill, yeah, it still says unable to fill unenclosed area. That means we missed the spot. So this is what's difficult in like filling an unclosed, you know, when it's not closed, the drawing is. Now where would be the open parts? I still can't fill this. Oh, only if I like zoom out I can fill it. Let's see which part. Yeah, it's still unclosed. I'm gonna check each of the corners here. Let's see what we missed. These are the edges. Where's the open area? It seems to be closed though. Right here. I'm gonna try really thickening this line right here. Okay, there we go. Now it works. And now that looks great. So I also added like a texture for Twitch Tips Fur hair. That's why it looks like this. Now I'm gonna also fill like the ear here. I'm just gonna draw over this, like this part of the ear, because this ear is not a fur. This part is like a skin. There you go. I'm gonna go back to fur, fill this area right here. I'm also gonna use this Twitch Tip skin for the nose, and then the eyes for the eyes, eye material. Right here as well. And go back to fur, just draw over that part. And I might have to append the teeth as well. Let's save here, gonna append. I'm gonna find, yeah, we have a teeth right here. So that's Twitch Tips teeth. Let me just add that here in Twitch Tips grease pencil object. Teeth. Control S, and just close the gap, fill the teeth. There are some open gaps here. Teeth is very complicated. I did a very janky work on Twitch Tip's teeth right here. Yeah, this is so small, that's why it doesn't want to fill all the way. Okay, nice. Like that. I'm just gonna draw over these small parts right here. Like so. And then I'm gonna go back to fur, because there appears to be a gap. I mean, some parts here that are not included on the fill. Now let's go back to teeth again, and there's apparently more stuff here that's not filled for the fur. So I'm just gonna go that, teeth, just fill stuff. This is an open gap, I mean unclosed area. Some unclosed parts are ignored by Blender here, but this one don't want to ignore it. So I'm just gonna go do that. Wait, that, and we're done with the teeth. Now for the rest of Twitch Tip here, the hand, the paw. It's a paw. Wait, I'm gonna try something. Okay, it works. I'm just gonna go do this. Draw over the parts here that you can just draw over. And like that. Hey there, Luchi-kun. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the stream. Speaking in English because I'm gonna be uploading this on YouTube. And there are people from other countries that watch this, I think. Not that many, but there are people from other countries that watch this, I think. Anyways, dang, what did I do? Yeah, there we go. We're done with the fill for Twitch Tip. I'm just gonna lock that, and I'm gonna unlock the water, and we are going to add a water material. This water material, we're gonna be using this a lot, so I'm just gonna use new water. Wait, I already have a water material? Oh, I'm gonna go water base. I'm gonna make this water base, but I'm gonna delete that because we don't need that for Twitch Tip. Water, just water light, like the lighter water, I guess. What the heck did I just do? I did not create a new material. Water light. Uncheck stroke, check fill. Oh no, there's a lag. We have a lag. I'm gonna go greenish because this water is green. I think the waterway is green. It's probably green because it's a lake underwater. I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, it would be green. So, yep. Okay. Now let's add water. So for the water, we're gonna be doing a lot of drawings. So I'm gonna go. Okay, let's see. Water Twitch Tip above. Maybe front. I'm gonna call this water front. These are waters that are like in front of Twitch Tip here. So I'm just gonna go do something like this. I can draw over. Oh no, it should be. Yeah, it should be below fill Twitch Tip. Just so I can, like, I don't have to worry about having to like draw, and I can having to make sure that it doesn't overlap with the skin. If I put it under the fill Twitch Tip, I can just draw anywhere here and the fill will always be on the top. So probably kind of figuring out what I'm trying to do here with the water around Twitch tip, because Twitch tip will be slightly animated, moving towards that direction. You know, moving towards this direction. So I'm gonna go. Actually, I don't have to. I don't have to say waterfront here. This can just be water. Yeah, it's fine to use draw on a fill tool. Oh, I need to make sure that I select waterlight and just do that. And there we go. That's Twitch tip trying to swim. So we're done with the Twitch tip. Now we're gonna move over to the. I think for the, I'm gonna go with the water first. The whirlpool. So for the whirlpool, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go object mode first. Select whirlpool so that the whirlpool layers will appear here. I'm gonna go name this base whirlpool, and we're just gonna go with the first with the base color of like the entire water, which will be water. So I'm just gonna go add its material here. I'm gonna go water base right here. I'm gonna go to draw mode, make a rectangle, and just go do that. And that's the color of the water. It's just like that. But there may be other things I want to do here for the water, actually. And I think it would be this. I'm gonna go put the 3D cursor right where the whirlpool is. So I'm gonna cursor to selected, so that the whirlpool right there. And I'm gonna add a. This is going to be a 3D object, the water. So I'm gonna go new collection, and I'll name this 3D objects. Put the camera above here. I'm gonna select the 3D objects collection. I'm gonna Shift A, add a circle. I'm gonna rotate 90 degrees on the x-axis. And I guess I'm gonna go with 12 vertices here. Tab to edit mode. I'm just gonna really zoom that in and then extrude it a couple of times right here. Or maybe just do this. Gonna go something like that. Control R, add 5 edge loops right here. And then I'm gonna close this by extruding M at center. And we have, this is gonna be our water. And I'm going to make this look like a whirlpool any second now. Just gonna make that bigger. I'm gonna bring this in a bit so that, you know, it's kind of like a whirlpool where it like concaves like that. And then I think for this I'm gonna grab the material that I did for the shiners for the water. So I'm gonna go just so it's consistent. It's not gonna be object, it's in material, and I'm gonna grabbing waterway and just apply that right there. And that should compile the shader right now. And this would be faster if I have that PC already, but you still have to wait. It's really annoying, kind of annoying to have to wait, but I have to. So we have waterway here. This should have, yeah, it should have, yeah. As you can see, it's got some material, it's got some texture to it. It's not visible. I'm gonna uncheck scene world here so that we see the material, like the texture of the water. I can probably go to bump here. Noise texture. Let me bring that to 10. Maybe 50. 50 is probably too much. 25. Maybe that's it. And then I'm just gonna go select this. Make sure that it's rotating right on the 3D cursor right there. That's not. I'm not. I mean no, because the 3D cursor is. But you can already see what I'm trying to do here. Like I'm using this 3D object as the Whirlpool object. And the center of this needs to be, let's see, that center needs to be right here. On like our center. So that looks nice. And that will serve as like a guide for us to follow. Because now what I can do is I'm gonna select the Whirlpool object here. I'm gonna get maybe no Control Z. I don't need a base Whirlpool anymore. I'm just gonna keep the temp water here just so I have the 2D reference of the grease pencil object. And then what I can do is just go splat. I'm just gonna name this Whirlpool 1, and I'm gonna grab the first water light material here, and then I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna set the origin to surface, which means the surface of this 3D object. So it will draw right on the surface of the 3D object. Oh, wait. And then I'm gonna go just... No. Okay, escape that. Switch to draw mode. I mean to pen mode. And then I'm just gonna go do something like this here for the middle part. That should be right on the surface right here, as you can see. And I'm just gonna go draw a Whirlpool. Like that. And it should follow the like the shape of our, I mean not follow the shape, but follow like it would be the strokes would be right on like a 3D object there. And oh boy, yeah, this might be a bad idea. Control Z that. I'm gonna draw from this angle instead. Just do that. I thought it would be on the surface. What's happening here? Yeah, this is what's difficult with this method, I guess. It won't be... I guess it doesn't include what's outside the bounds of the camera. So... yeah, I'm just gonna try to just draw here. And make as less mistake as I can. Oh man, it's probably not gonna work. There's probably a way to make sure that the stroke is not, but the camera is not affecting the stroke. Let's see, surface offset. Come on. Yeah, there's really this like thing going on here. Okay, let's not go with that for now. I'm just gonna keep going with the other parts here. Scene world. So I'm just gonna like draw like whirls of water here, hoping that it won't like have any issues. And now I'm gonna go to object mode again, and I guess for now this is it. I could go to shading, but that's something that I want to tackle on the next part, which will be adding fills for the 3D objects. But for now, yeah, this is it for like adding fills for the 2D objects. And on the next part, we're gonna be doing the 3D objects. So I'm gonna be updating the the Whirlpool 2D drawing here. That's not good. This is not gonna be the 2D drawing. It doesn't really look good. I'm also gonna be doing this off recording because it would be just the same as adding fills to that, and showing that live would just take so much time. But yeah, for now that's all. Thank you so much for those who watched the stream, to Lucci, to anyone who's there. Also, a huge thanks to those who supported me through KoFi. You know, to Handsomeness, Jubin, yaejinssi, Erick Madrigal, to Elizabeth Munie, to Magnolia Weathershield, to ZQ Star, to John, who's probably also watching. Thank you. Tristan Wintle, Mbuddy, and GulliermoGage. Thank you so much for the support. They supported me through ko-fi.com/doodlenose productions throughout the Underland project. And yeah, if you want to support me, just go there. That's probably the best way you can support me in this endeavor. And yeah, thank you so much to those who watched this video from up to this point. Follow Doodlenose Productions everywhere on the internet. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, see you on the next part.